ice today?
Yeah, I was having some fun. Trying to fool you guys.
Not etched in stone?
Nothing's etched in stone when you have to win every game. So,
Would there be a reason to kind of try to get one line going, even though you got, different guys kind of hot at the moment?
well, I mean, they've all played 3 games ago. Podz and Chason played with Miller in the third period, and they were the best line on the ice. I mean, last game, I didn't think that line was very good. So we're just moving things around and see where it works, see what works.
Bruce, you were hoping that Brock was going to skate yesterday. Did he skate? Where's the situation with Brock right now?
Well, I mean, he skated hard today, too, but he's out. He's got an upper body injury, and I think he'll be skating again tomorrow, but he's definitely not playing tomorrow.
Do you think you'll see him at all during this home stretch?
I hope so. I mean, I can't tell you. I'm not a doctor, but I mean, if he could play, he definitely wants to play.
What has surprised you, or what have you taken notice with your captain's play, Bo Horvat? Career number of goals for him now this season, playing underneath you. Is there something that you didn't know about his game that you now know coaching him?
You know what I mean? He's got some great talent. I mean, I think it's just now the last 20 games, he's being way more consistent with it. I mean, there's some games, early on you go, wow, this guy's fabulous, and then some games he's not there. But I think that goes with a lot of guys, and when he's been consistently good lately, and it shows in his numbers. And it doesn't matter what wingers I've put him with every different winger I think on the team. So I mean, it's when he's going good, he brings people along with him.
Pearson, any update there?
No, he's still got an upper body injury. He's skating, but he's not going to be playing I'd say this week.
Bruce, the other day I asked you about Oliver Ekman-Larsson, and you said you felt that he was going to be even better next year than he was this year. What gives you that belief?
Well, it's me thinking that I've seen over the years that when a guy gets traded and he's been on a team for a long time, his first year with that team is an acclimation period. And once he gets used to them, he becomes the player he used to be. And so you see a lot of guys getting traded in their first year. They're going, oh, what do we trade for him for? Or what, he's not as good as I thought he was. But then they become who they are. And that's why I think, I mean, it's the second year of a trade. It's also of a young guy. The second year is a lot of times is a bad year. I mean, for different reasons. But I think this time next year you'll see. I mean, he's playing really good for us right now. But I mean, I'm just saying you'll see it right from the beginning.
Do you apply a similar philosophy when you go Connor Garland next year as well? Then
I would think yes, very similar. It's tough. When you're used to doing things in a certain way, in a certain organization, and you come in, there's it takes a while to get adjusted. It's new, not only new teammates, but it's a new world, So.
Bruce, rookies often get buried in the bottom 6. They don't play a lot of minutes, maybe 8 to 10 a night. You've been a proponent that rookies, especially a kid like Podkolzin, needs to play more. He needs to get some minutes. You don't not only need to get a read on him, but he obviously needs to get his game in order and start feeling good about himself. How much do you think that general escalation in minutes has brought him where he is today?
I think it's helped with his confidence, because he's a guy that if he makes a mistake, he really takes it to heart, and it bothers him. But when you play more and you have success while you're playing more, I think he's been playing very good recently. So I mean, it really adds to your confidence. So I think he's excited about playing every game and not worried about, it's almost like you're not a rookie anymore. I mean, he's played 70 games. So I mean, he's just excited to play because he knows he can get the job done.
Yeah, Hoglander sit one game, and then you had Podz sit one game, just to get away from the ice and see the game from a different aspect. What's impressed you the most about from that time to today with Podkolzin? Because you were talking about the forecheck this morning and you weren't very happy about it. Podkolzin seems to play through people. Is that just a strength thing? Or
well, he's big and strong. I don't think people realize how strong he is. I mean, And when you're young, the one thing you can do as a coach is program the guys to do what you want to do. Once you get older, sometimes you feel like you can, you anticipate, you just say, yeah, I know he wants me to do that, but I can do this. But the young guys, they're pretty easy to program. And with him, the more minutes he's played, he knows if he keeps it up, he's going to keep getting those minutes. So it's all good.
What specifically did you need to see from him? You
Well,
talked about getting confidence.
you know
now.
what, the thing, if you watch him now, he's handling the puck. I mean, he's getting it, he'll deke a guy, he won't just get it and dump it, or get it and give it away. I mean, when I say confidence, it looks to me like when he gets the puck in the neutral zone that he thinks he can beat a guy, and he's shown some toe curls in the last couple games, and which just tells me he's feeling good about himself.
And Lockwood, you seen there?
Well, he's just getting acclimated to the NHL game. I think he's played better the last few games. I mean, the first couple games, quite frankly, he works his tail off and does all of those things, but it was like, well, where do I go? Where do I go? What am I doing? What am I doing? But now that you've had a few practices and he's knows what he's doing, it makes it a lot easier for him because he can skate, and for not too big a guy, he plays pretty physical, as you saw last game, and he's not afraid to not only hit a guy, but when somebody challenges him, to pick up the challenge.
And Ben alluded to the fact you had to kind of crack the whip a little bit out there at practice. Is that just an indication of the stakes and everything that's...
It's a couple things. One, when picture day, you're in your uniform for a long time, and when you have an off day the day before, it's always a slow start. So, I mean, it looked like we were just lethargic and everything else. And so, I mean, when you're practicing in that certain drill that you're talking about, it was about a forechecking drill. When the defensive line can get the puck out without being touched, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So you just, I think they picked it up a lot more once I yapped at them a bit, but I mean, and that's what you want, is you want that competition every time you're doing that kind of practice.
Some appreciation for Alex Chason and his path and what he's giving you right now.
Well, I'm certainly very happy for him. And, when, and what he's gone through, and you call it the path, when you're on a Stanley Cup champion, when he was in, I think it was Washington, whether you play it or not, don't play, what it takes to win. And he's got his opportunity. He's not 21. He's seen it, and he's going, hey, this is my chance, and he's taken full advantage of it. I mean, I was trying to count the points up that he had last week, and I'm going, geez, he might be one of the stars of the week. I don't know how the rest of the league went, but I mean, I think he got 7 or 8 points last week, which would be really great reward for him, and I hope he gets it. I don't know when that announcement comes out. It probably already has, and he didn't, right? So, anyway.
I don't know.
But anyway, I mean, you appreciate a veteran guy that's big and strong, and he's getting some success now after, there was 4 or 5 games in a row, I sat him out and everything else, and he never sulked, never complained. He just knew when he got his opportunity, he was going to make the best of it, and he has.
I know you've been asked about Podz, but when you have young players or Lockwood trying to find their way, is it helpful to have older players like Chason who just come in and do the work?
Absolutely. And I mean, if I'm a young guy, I'm looking at him going, here's a guy that he's just never complains, but he goes out there and he does his work every day, and that's part of being a good teammate, and that's one of the reasons teams are successful. They usually have 12 of them,
Thank you.
All right.